What's up, everybody? Back once again, and this is the time that I'm going to look ahead to the future for a little bit of a NBA matchup preview. And in that, we're talking about the Los Angeles Lakers, and we're talking about the Golden State Warriors. Um, I was like, now that that game is settled, and they came out the victor. Um, I really wouldn't have mind either team playing against the Lakers. It would have just sort of been cool, like one you would have had like the Lakers and the Kings and that whole old thing coming back, and I feel like that would have blew the roof off of everything. Just because you would have got you'd have had a whole highlight reel. You could have basically showed all the Lakers and Kings matchup from back in the day. You could have shown how that used to go, how that whole the conspiracy of it all why of the Lakers winning. Um, yeah, I feel like that one could have just been a cool matchup, and also doing a whole nother one. And then you could have did like the Kings, and it's like they knocked down one old squad, and can they do it again? These newcomers versus another legend in the game. That I was like, I feel like you would have been able to do a lot from that, and also their ability to run up and down, and all those young guns versus the Lakers, who don't really have like, yeah, there's some couple young people, but not really in that entirety. But anyway, but we got the Golden State Warriors, which I think will also work in that same aspect of just a different way. It's this is more of you would probably play into the whole LeBron versus Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors, because all those pretty like a good amount of them is still there since when LeBron first matched up against them. So you'll have a lot to play into that aspect of it. Um, so that I was like, so that'll be good, and I don't. I feel like Golden State is going to come out of this one. I just think that their players are a lot more consistent than the Lakers players. Um, I was like, I was like, I feel like LeBron is going to do everything LeBron can. Um, but he doesn't need to have the same scoring output that like Curry will have to have. But I know Curry's going to come out here and have a field day. Now I was like, LeBron will probably get matched up by Wiggins, and maybe in other aspects, Draymond Green. But I feel like mostly Wiggins, because I feel like you want to take out the guy that basically can orchestrate the whole team. Now, Green and Looney will try to do a tag team job on Anthony Davis, and it depends on what Anthony Davis we get. Um, he should be able to dominate, especially somebody like Looney. I was like, they'll fight on the boards, and Looney might be able to get him a little bit on that, but he should be able to win that factor. And uh, I feel like Draymond will try to get him most of the time, but I feel like they probably will try to have they probably will just probably stick Looney mainly on Davis. Uh, Draymond Green is going to have like either Rui or Vanderbilt. Well, they're probably going to try to put. I was like, they'll probably have Rui on them, and Vanderbilt. They might try to do like how they did against Memphis on Ja, and have him against Curry, and just have him get bothered that way. I don't know how that'll work in the same way, just because Ja and Curry's games are different, and Ja, is going to be so athletic and go into the basket, and I feel like that works in the Lakers. Then Curry, who is like, I don't have to go to the bathroom right now. I can shoot all in your face. I can do these handoffs, but then I'm gonna just keep lapping you around until I find my perfect shot, or somebody else gets a shot. And I'm like, I don't think Vanderbilt can keep up with him on that entire course. Now you might put Vanderbilt either on Wiggins, especially if you're having a good game, or just have him stick on Clay. Now I feel like those are better matchups. Um, Even against Poole, because Poole and how he could be a lot more erratic and stuff like that. I was like, you could match Vanderbilt up against him. Reeves, I was like, I feel like the supporting cast of the Lakers are going to have a really good game. whereas Rui, Reeves, Angelo Russell, if he could build off the last game where he had like over 30, Schroeder, APB out for Malik Beasley. It's to me, it's going to be really more though, because I'm like Curry. I feel like going to stay consistent. Wiggin always gives you pretty much about 15 points. He's going to be consistent. Klay, I was like, he could be up and down, but but the thing is, he's too much of a threat for you not to anticipate him at all at the same spot. Poole hadn't been having a good series, but you still are scared of him as a threat. And then if you get anything from DiVincenzo, Moody, if they play Kaminga, then that's even better. That's a luxury at that point. But their top player, I was like their starting unit of Looney, he's gonna at least give out like 15 boards. Draymond's gonna be 8, 7, 6, 3, whatever, something like that. Place it where you want to. But all of them are gonna be it's consistent enough to where I'm like, okay, maybe they're not hitting it, but they're about to make a basket at some point. It's going to be close enough for them to hit a basket and throw the swinging game. Whereas the Lakers, if they're off, they're just off. And LeBron is like really the only one that can really be consistent because he can, even though he's not shooting it great, he'll go to the basket. Russell, I was like, I just hope he sort of just gets to that. It's like cool, you can shoot some of those jump shots, but also go to the basket because you can get to the basket. Schroeder's sort of the same way. Like y'all both could get to the basket and create fouls. Do it a lot more often. Vanderbilt, like I said, the defense. Rui and Reeves to me is the key to unlocking this against the Warriors. If they can have a pretty good game, then you might. I was like, as long as Curry don't go crazy like how he did against the Kings in the last game, or some of the other games, or if you could just get close to matching buckets, like maybe LeBron and AD can equal Steph to where Reeves and like Rui and D'Angelo can get Wiggins and Klay. Then there's at least a game on the hand. But I do feel like Golden State is going to come out of it because I feel like their ability to hit timely shots, and you can't get up on them in a way they can't come back in the same way that if you get up on the Lakers, they're more done than the other way around. So while the Warriors can shoot themselves out of the game, they can also shoot themselves back in the game. But once the Lakers shoot themselves out the game, it's sort of a wrap at that point. Personally, if I were making my choice of like what I would want the Lakers to probably win. I like Curry, but other than that, I really don't like Golden State. I like to watch them play, but it's really Curry. But I was like, I like the Lakers squad a lot more. But and I was like, the other series isn't close enough to figure out which matchup I would also rather want in that aspect either. But I sort of feel like the Warriors will match up better with whoever wins the Denver Phoenix game more than the Lakers being that squad. Although I guess the Lakers versus the Phoenix, I feel like Lakers could get that one. But anyway, I do feel like this will be a good series though. I feel like this one could go 6. I don't feel like this is a 7-1. I feel like whatever team can feel like they are game up, that's the one that's going to win at some point. So if it ends up being like 3-2, I feel like whoever is the 3-2, they're going to win in that next game. And yeah, that's how I feel like it's going to go. And at this rate, it seems like it's Warriors. Anyway, if you liked any of this that I had to say today, I appreciate it. Thanks. If not, hey, maybe next time or other videos. But until then, peace. I'm out.